Hello and welcome to the Southern View. I'm Veeraraghav. The top focus this evening, the face-off between Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the Tamil Nadu government over preparedness for the floods in the state. Another chapter to the centre versus opposition rule state tussle playing out in Indian politics. But first, the headlines that we're tracking this hour. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman hits out at the Tamil Nadu government, says that it had learnt no lessons from the 2015 floods. The DMK hits back, says the Finance Minister's information is from WhatsApp University. We'll have a special focus on that. Karnataka Chief Minister's flight from Delhi after seeking drought relief flies into a controversy. Minister Zamir Ahmed's social media post shows off the chartered flight back. BJP alleges brazen splurge by the Congress. Zamir Ahmed hits back, asks what's wrong with a special flight. NIA team investigates the Rajouri terror ambush spot. Intensive search operations in the area. 4 soldiers killed in an ambush on Thursday. Ayodhya prepares for the Ram Temple inauguration. The first trial flight lands at the Ayodhya International Airport. Day after wrestler Sakshi Malik announces that she was quitting the sport, Bajrang Punia says he will return his Padma Shri to the Prime Minister as wrestlers protest against the appointment of a Brij Bhushan loyalist as the WFI chief. Our top focus this evening, another sharp exchange between the centre and the state of Tamil Nadu, this time over preparedness and handling of the massive floods in South Tamil Nadu's Tuticorin district and Tirunelveli district as well. The Union Finance Minister, in a speech in Tamil, hit out strongly at the DMK government, listing out the rescue efforts by the Air Force and Coast Guard. She accused the Tamil Nadu government of not being prepared to handle the situation, despite what she says was a warning from the IMD, and that it had not learnt lessons from the previous floods in the state. The DMK hit back at her and said there was no advance warning from the IMD and her information was from quote-unquote WhatsApp University. The Finance Minister's speech came as a response to Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin demanding interim relief from the centre of 2,000 crores and also asking for the inundation to be declared a national disaster. More importantly, his son and Minister Udayanidhi Stalin had alleged that the centre is giving funds only to BJP-ruled states, and that provoked a sharp political exchange with the centre. The Finance Minister hit back and even took a veiled dig at Udayanidhi Stalin for his comments. Let's listen in to the reactions.
இந்த தென் மாநிலங்களுக்கு மாவட்டங்களுக்கு இந்த 4 தூத்துக்குடி, தென்காசி, திருநெல்வேலி, கன்னியாகுமரியில வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய மழை வெள்ளத்தை பத்தி மெட்ரோலாஜிக்கல் சென்டர் 12ஆம் தேதி டிசம்பரே தகவல் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. 16, 17ஆம் தேதி வாக்குல தீவிரமான மழை தென் மாவட்டங்கள்ல வருங்கிறத 12ஆம் தேதியே கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. 5 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடியும் சொல்றாங்க, ஒவ்வொரு 5 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடியும் சொல்லிட்டே போறாங்க. அதாவது ஒரு சைக்கிள் மாதிரி போயிட்டே இருக்கு. அதனால எங்களுக்கு முன்னெச்சரிக்கை கிடைக்கவில்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்றவங்க தயவு பண்ணி இந்த விஷயத்தை கொஞ்சம் காதார கேட்டுக்கங்க.
Under which authority, whether she gave this press conference as a BJP leader or as the Union Minister of Finance of the Union government. See, if she had given it as a BJP leader, it's understandable. We understand that that is the caliber of the BJP leaders, that is the standard of the BJP leaders who take their cues from the WhatsApp University and say that. If she has given this as Union Minister of Finance, then it is really worrisome. She does not have the grasp over the facts of what happened in the state of Tamil Nadu.
A sharp political exchange there between the DMK and the BJP and the centre and the state. But remember, this is not the first one. Mamata Banerjee had just recently raised the issue of lack of funds for the state. Kerala has raised this issue. Karnataka government has sought drought relief from the centre. So it's an overall issue that's playing out largely between the centre and opposition ruled states. But this specific one having a flashpoint right now over the floods in Tamil Nadu. Floods bring a flood of politics between the centre and the state. Are the people caught in the midst now? Joining me this evening, GS Prashant of the BJP and Salem Dharanidharan of the DMK. My first question to you, Mr. Dharanidharan. This was sparked off by the comments made by Udayanithi Stalin. Was there a necessity to hit out at the centre in the midst of such a big situation in Tuticorin?
I would firstly thank you for having me on the show, and I would request that I'm not interrupted. I want to rebut the finance minister. The union finance minister beautifully played with words, manipulated the truth, and what she said was highly deplorable and insulting to the people of Tamil Nadu. Firstly, I would like to say Tamil Nadu is an integral part of India and is a duty of the union government to help states in case of national calamity and disaster such as this. She's not doing a favor. It's not a friendly country coming and doing some sort of favor to Tamil Nadu, right? Let's get that clear. Let me go to the second point when she said about the fund of 450 crores is being released. That she says, oh, this fund was released before calamity, which is again beautiful play of words to manipulate the people. This fund, that is 450 crores, is a part of the 900 crores which Tamil Nadu was said to receive as per the 2005 National Disaster Act. This fund, the first part was received in about June, and the second tranche was supposed to be paid by August itself. When our Honorable Chief Minister requested for 5,500 crores after Chennai floods, they released this fund, showcasing as if they're releasing the fund for the cyclone relief, which is not true. This is the fund which we should have anyways received. So basically, Tamil Nadu received zero cyclone relief fund after the Chennai flood, which was historical. 47 years, we have never got this much flood and rainfall, this much rainfall. Thirdly, she said IND had given alert. What alert?
Right.
No. IMD on December 12th gave only yellow warning. What is yellow warning? Less than 5-6 centimeter of rain, which is a regular occurrence. And then until the 17th, the IMD was only saying it's an orange alert. What is an orange alert? Less than 10 to 18 centimeters of rain.
Right.
In fact, the press release has to come on the 17th, 11:30 came, but again at 2 o'clock on the 17th itself, when the rain increased to about 22 centimeters, they changed it to red alert. But actually, the red alert should have been given a week earlier. But only after the rain showed that is more than 20 centimeters, they changed it. So, which means we did not get any alert. What was the rainfall received? 120 centimeters. How high is that? More than a meter. Has this much rain received ever before in South Tamil Nadu? No, not in the last 150 years. This is a 500
Right,
year.
let me take that point. 1 second, Dharanidharan, let me take that point across to GS Prashant. Prashant, there have been several experts who've said that this kind of extreme rainfall was not predicted. It was a known fact that it had happened all of a sudden. Many experts had also opined about this. A, was it necessary to question that? A, and B, the other more important question. This is a center-state battle playing out between the center and opposition rule states. Opposition rule states allege that they are being victimized by the center.
Veera, where were the Tamil Nadu ministers before the center stepped in? Helicopters were deployed. We have saved people's lives there. Warnings were issued on 12th December. But the audacity of the Tamil Nadu chief minister to be at an Indie Alliance meeting, wherein it's a power tussle between 20-30 people coming together and saying that each one wants to become PM. That's happening. They are not bothered about governance. What happened after 2015 Chennai floods? What are the steps that Tamil Nadu has taken? And you have Junior Stalin, who has all the audacity in the world to first make an issue about the religion. He talks about Sanatana Dharma, and then he makes derogatory comments. Then he questions center. They are not on the field. They are highly indulged in corruption. Their ministers have been arrested, found with lakhs and crores of cash. To hide all those things, they are trying to be in this India alliance, now trying to find fault with what center's warning. On 12th of December, when the warning was given, saying that, look, there is likely to be heavy rainfall. I understand that it might have been unprecedented floods. But what preparedness has DMK shown on the ground? Nothing, excepting trying to promote the father-son in governance and then blaming the center. When 450 crore was released also, they are not answerable to that. So it's only they're playing politics with people of Tamil Nadu. Excepting that, they are not here for governance. They are power hungry and they're going to any extent to maintain that.
Dharanidharan, respond to this.
Last on the mind of the India Alliance partners.
Sir, first of all, it's all rhetoric and there is no truth. Our Chief Minister wrote a letter. In fact, the letter is online. Anyone can see that more helicopters have been deployed and the Union government only deployed one helicopter. You know what rainfall actually was received? 120 centimeters, which is 6,000% higher than what IMD predicted. If it was only 20 centimeters as the IMD predicted, there will be no problem. But on ground, there are at least half a dozen ministers, even before.
When did they come in?
Was given, point one.
When
Point
did they
number
come in?
BJP can't
Mr.
speak about
Dhananjay,
corruption.
when did they come
So
in?
please do not interrupt. Yes?
When
Sorry.
did they come in? That's the question. After
What-
center steps in, there is no point in minister showing up for photo ops. They are not for governance.
Center did not step in until we requested them to step in. We were there on ground even
After
before
center
all
gave
preparation was
warnings,
ready.
center
Sir,
deployed
all the-
NDR.
Don't in- sorry, he's
Center
gonna
deployed
speak.
the
How can I
forces
speak? Let me speak.
from a
Sir, I will
school
reply
also.
to you. Can
A
I
mother
keep-
and
you
son
can
were
speak in
rescued.
turn.
Is it false? Is it false
Can
that
you-
a mother and child were rescued from Sri Vaikuntham place? Are you on
can
record
you
saying
let
it was false? Mother
can
and
you-
child were
can
also
you-
rescued.
can
The
you
state
please let
government
me
is not
speak?
taking any steps.
Can you let me speak? Can you just keep quiet for 30 seconds so that I give a reply? First of all, let's get it clear. The rainfall was 6,000% higher, one in 150 years. We requested the Home Ministry to send in the helicopter so that people could be rescued because state government does not have that infrastructure because defense lies in the union subject, not our subject. But our ministers were already there before the rains came itself. They were there doing precautionary measures. But for what? A normal rain that will happen once in a decade or once in 2 decades, but not for rainfall once in 150 years. Let's not do politics here. This is very cheap, right? First of all, BJP has no moral authority.
Let's not do politics
Dharani
here.
Dharan, please be on
No, no,
record.
Prashant,
Corruption.
Dharani,
When
Dharani.
every country in the world
Prashant,
has
Dharani,
banned corporate donations, BJP has made corporate donations anonymous, and it receives 4 times
Hang
more.
on, hang on,
donations
hang on.
than
Both
any
of you
other
just hang on.
party
No, no,
in
hang
this
on.
country.
Both of you hang on. I'm sorry to interrupt both of you.
I'm silent.
I'm going to ask both of you to pause a bit because in the midst of this political exchange,
corruption under BJP.
who's caught are the
Veera,
people of
please
Tuticorin
don't do
who are
ranting.
struggling with an
Please.
enormous devastation. My colleague Sam Daniel, I want you both to stay on. I want you both to listen to this. My colleague Sam Daniel has filed his report from a village which has been devastated. It was an unprecedented natural calamity, accepted. But who sparks off the political exchange? And B, does the political exchange dominate working between the center and the state on both sides I'm asking about to try and ensure that relief reaches people? While we ask that question, which I'm going to pose to both of you right now, let's first listen into this report from my colleague Sam Daniel, where he documents a village that was completely devastated by the floods.
The devastation by floods in Tuticorin resembles an earthquake. Villages washed away, hundreds of homes turned into a rubble, lifetime earnings of people gone in a jiffy. Ayyammal's house at Sri Parangusa Nallur village now in ruins. River Thamarabarani in spate after an unprecedented 95 centimeter rains brought it down on Sunday night as she helplessly watched from her neighbor's place. She has lost her lifetime earnings and has taken refuge in a relative's place.
துணிமணிகள் போயிட்டு பாத்திரங்கள் போயிட்டு ஃபேனு வீட்டில் வச்சிருக்க கிரைண்டர் மிக்ஸி குக்கர் இந்த மாதிரி பொருள்லாம் தண்ணியில் போயிட்டு வீடே இல்லை.
Not far away, Sarojini has lost her ancestral home. The tallest house in the village has turned to rubble. The family escaped just moments before the house crashed.
We don't have anything here also.
Right.
Everything is moved away to ocean, I guess.
Right. 72-year-old farmer Balakrishnan is checking if he can salvage anything from the debris of his crumbled home. This widow is left with no extra clothing nor any money.
வயசு வீட்டு இதுக்கு மேலே இந்த மாதிரி வருமானங்கிறத நாங்கள் உண்டு பண்ண முடியாது.
தேவை என்ன உடுதுணி அந்த அடுப்பு கேஸு இதோ தரணும் ஐயா, அரிசி இதோ சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு. ஆமாம் ஐயா.
As River Thamarabarani calms down after a week, for many flood-affected communities in Tuticorin, it may take a lifetime to recover from the losses it wreaked. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin wants the 2 successive floods in Tamil Nadu declared a national disaster. The crisis also underscores the Met Department's inability to accurately forecast such mind-boggling rainfall. At Sri Vaikuntham and Tuticorin, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.
Well, Prashant and Dharanidharan, both, we saw that report that details the ground situation. It's just one village. There are several like that which are struggling out there. I want to ask both of you for your final comments. And first to you, Prashant. I think the onus is on everyone to make sure that relief effort reaches on all sides. Do you believe that politics is dominating the decision on reaching relief work to the people? Is it possible to step aside from this political exchange and focus on the relief and recovery efforts in a place which has been devastated by unprecedented rainfall?
Veera, yes, we do empathize and sympathize with people who have lost their livelihood and their hard-built homes and money. At the same time, if you ask what the center has done, the Air Force, Navy and the Coast Guard combined saved more than 5,000 people. It's not that the center is wanting to play politics on these issues, because center has always stood up for any state, irrespective of the political leanings, irrespective of the government in power there, to help out. Name any natural calamity, center has always stood in. We are not playing politics here. It is the Tamil Nadu government who's playing politics here, trying to blame the center for something. At the same time, their ministers making insensitive remarks, saying that they'll pay cash. They could have done, if they want to announce relief, let them announce. They are trying to have money for a lot of other schemes. Let them announce it here, give it to the poor and downtrodden who have been affected, and then let them also show their part by coming to center and say, we have done this. Instead, the father and son duo are blaming the center. This is irresponsible politics being played by DMK, and they're playing with people's lives. They have no regard for the poor and marginalized and downtrodden who have been affected here. They are simply playing politics here at the cost of people's lives. Whereas center at every given opportunity has stood up for people and done all that it could, and it's done even more than expected to ensure that no person suffers, especially the poor, marginalized, downtrodden, who are prone to these weaknesses in these natural calamities. We have done all that it could.
Okay.
But Tamil Nadu government, led by Stalin and his son,
Salem Dharanidharan,
politics and be responsible enough to ensure that rescue operations are not hampered and people are rescued and taken care of properly.
Yes.
Salem Dharanidharan, there should have been a more conciliatory statement from the state government. What was the need to ask for it at a national disaster? And what was the need to attack the center? Please go ahead.
Sir, my facts will speak for itself. I on this will speak for himself, right? But I request him to not interrupt when I'm speaking. Let me make it very clear. DMK government is asking for fairness. Asking for fairness is not playing politics. In 2021 Gujarat cyclone, the union government immediately announced 1,000 crores plus 2 lakhs per person who died. Right? Any job of the union government is to work in national calamity to help the state governments. It is their duty. It is not an obligation. First of all, union government has no money. They get money from the states. For every 1 rupee which Tamil Nadu government gives, we get only 30 paise back. We are asking only part of our money back. It is not that the union government is giving us charity. Right? We want to, sir, please don't interrupt. Please don't interrupt. We want to work with the union government.
When you make irresponsible when you make these irresponsible statements, we have to interrupt you. It is not about Tamil Nadu's money being It is definitely not about that.
Etiquettes. So
what you're talking about devolution of money. This is not the time to talk about devolution of money or how much taxes comes back to Tamil Nadu. This is not the
we want to work with the union government.
Let me ask.
Government that are ruled by non-BJP states as the enemies. That's a problem, right? We want justice.
No, let me ask a very quick question. Let me ask a very quick question.
Why step on treatment for Tamil Nadu government? Right? That is the question. Why step on treatment for any scheme you take?
Let me ask a very
the center has taken care of Tamil Nadu more than it takes care of other states.
Oh, really? We get 30 paise. For every 1 rupee we send, Uttar Pradesh gets 3 rupees. That's what the data says.
Mr. Dharanidharan, you do not know economics. You do not know how devolution of taxes takes place. This is not the time to play politics on devolution of taxes.
I'm going to interrupt and I'm going to ask both of you one simple question. Is it possible to step aside from this political exchange?
But we got only 5,000 crores back, which is less than 4%. This cyclone, we've got 0 rupees. Gujarat got 1,000. Any scheme you take, southern states are being neglected. Right?
Definitely not, Mr. Dharanidharan. You see, don't talk this. Come out of this divisive mindset. You come out of this divisive mindset. Don't say South India, North India. We should stand as India. We should stand as Bharat. We should stand as Bharat and come to the rescue of people. You are dividing people now based on the demography. Mr. Dharanidharan.
All right, it's a very powerful exchange between the two of you. But I think it's important to focus on the topic on hand. I'm really sorry. I'm going to cut both of you short. We're running out of time. I think the governing principle has to be about relief and effort for the floods and the people there. I think this exchange has gone on for a bit. We've completely run out of time. I'm really sorry to interrupt this. I hope the state and the centre will work together in ensuring flood relief there to the people there in Tuticorin. We'll keep a close track of how things pan out there. But remember, this is not the only exchange between the centre and the state or the BJP versus opposition. Karnataka, as I mentioned, has been demanding drought relief, but the exchange now between the Congress and the BJP is over Chief Minister Sitharamaya's return trip from Delhi in a private luxury jet. The Chief Minister was in Delhi to meet the Prime Minister to seek drought relief, but on the way back, he took a private jet, and a video of it posted on social media by his cabinet colleague and confidant Zamir Ahmed Khan from inside the jet led to sharp reactions from the BJP. Khan posted a video of the Chief Minister and a couple of cabinet ministers, including himself, in the luxury jet, calling it quote-unquote happy moments. The BJP wasn't happy though, and the Congress later said the CM had to take a chartered flight as there was no tickets in normal flights. Pratibha Raman spoke to the minister, whose happy social media post set off a political controversy.
Sir, just a small word from you on the controversial video, sir, with respect to the private jet that has been taken by.
No, regularly what happens now when हम लोग दिल्ली से आने के वक्त सीएम का कल थर्सडे जो है कैबिनेट मीटिंग था. कैबिनेट मीटिंग होने की वजह से फ्लाइट ना टिकट मिलने की वजह से स्पेशल फ्लाइट में आना गलत क्या है? अभी नरेंद्र मोदी जी 100 किलोमीटर भी जाना तो स्पेशल फ्लाइट यूज कर सकते हैं. हम दिल्ली से बेंगलुरु आना क्या गलत है क्या?
बीजेपी का मानना यह है कि कांग्रेस जो है वो ड्रॉट की डिस्कशन के बारे में गई है दिल्ली में, और ये कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग है लग्जरी प्राइवेट जेट लेने में.
नहीं, अभी स्पेशल फ्लाइट तो ऐसी होता है. वो फ्लाइट ऐसी होता है जो बुकिंग करते हैं, जो बुकिंग करने के बाद जो फ्लाइट देता है वो अपना खुद का फ्लाइट खरीदी किया थोड़ी खरीदी किया. अभी ड्राट के टाइम पे अगर स्पेशल फ्लाइट खरीद के अगर स्पेशल फ्लाइट में आएंगे तो गलत है. हमने स्पेशल फ्लाइट सीएम ने बुक करा था, स्पेशल फ्लाइट वाला ने एक अच्छा फ्लाइट दिया है.
तो एक सेंसिटिव सब्जेक्ट है. इस वीडियो में दुख कम और सुख ज्यादा है.
नहीं, वो लोग कुछ भी करते हैं. उन लोग को कुछ इश्यू है ही नहीं बोलने के लिए. वो लोग बोलते बोलने दो लोग.
Please ask this question to BJP people. ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಯಾವ ವಿಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
Chief Minister and his colleagues were going to Delhi to seek funds for the drought relief in Karnataka. People are suffering. Sitharaman himself says they are in dire strait because more than 200 taluks have been declared as drought. Under such sensitive circumstances, posting a luxurious charter flight travel is very insensitive and inhuman by the Zamir Ahmed Khan, and Mr. Siddaramaiah also should have avoided going through a chartered flight instead of going in a regular flight.
Well, you've got to be careful with social media posts. Anything can create a controversy. Unfortunately, again, in this exchange, the focus on drought and the impact on the rural population seems to be lost in that debate. But that's all we have time for on the show. But we will take you to the tallest Christmas tree in India, and that's in Bengaluru city. Those images on your screen are of the tallest Christmas tree in India, and as we leave you with those images, we wish you a very Merry Christmas weekend and a very Merry Christmas on Monday.